Hey guys, today's video is light and it's bright. I gotta throw the shades on, but we are talking about Idaho Springs, which bright future, strong past over in this town. It is full of great history, and even though this is like 3 exits that most people just consider like a stop on their way to hit the slopes, to hit those world-renowned Aspen, Breckenridge, ski slopes, A-Basin, Loveland. There's so many mountain slopes right around here that this is typically just thought as a pit stop for a lot of people here. And if you're thinking about maybe making a move here or just stopping by for a daily visit, this is the video for you, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you know me, well then you know me, but if you don't know me, I'm Sean Murphy. Good to meet you. Welcome to the channel. Here we make videos about what it's like to live in Colorado. It is simple as that. We hit all the towns. We tell you everything that you need to know if you're thinking about moving here, things to do, stuff like that. So if you are into that, hit subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified each time we put up that new hotness. Idaho Springs, let's first tell you where the hell we are. You are right along I-70, which is like the main corridor into the mountains. If you go just south of here, you have Mount Evans, which is the highest altitude drivable mountaintop in the United States. So is only open a couple months out of the year because it is so high that they get snow. They'll get snow in June sometimes, and it is permit only. So if you want to check out that feature, you gotta sign up. It's only like $8 a car because it's so popular. You gotta get that set up. But this is a great town for if you're just like looking to stop by, grab a bite to eat, or soak in some of the rich history because there's so much to do here. You can spend a full day here. Idaho Springs was founded in 1850. It was all about gold, baby. They found gold here, and so much of the gold rush at that point was out west, but they found some here, and then of course like everything blew up after that. But it's still a small town. When I say blew up, there's not much. You're right in between the canyon here, and there are only about 1,700 folks that live in Idaho Springs. Most of them, they will commute down to Denver if you need to get down to Denver. This is kind of like the Bailey. We're like 285 if you follow our videos. Like Bailey, about an hour. It's like that hour threshold for if you're gonna commute downtown to Denver, you could still live in this area. Idaho Springs is the same for like I-70. Now, parking and transportation, if you're coming to visit, because it is kind of touristy and it can get built up pretty quick with people looking to park and stop, a lot of it right around Minor Street, like the couple blocks and behind us between where I'm at and the highway, it's going to be pay to park, so don't get ticketed. But if you go couple blocks like by the visitor center, you could 3-hour parking it for free. So little hack I got for you. This is why this town is here. It's a mining town, and the ARGO mine is a big tour, the big feature of the area that you can come check out. So you pointed out one of the things to know about living in Idaho Springs is if you are on the south side, you are not going to get a lot of sunshine, and it's going to be a cold winter. Yes. Right? But what other things do you think people living in or thinking about moving to Idaho Springs should know?
If you're any type of a gardener, it's very tough to grow vegetables in a climate like this. Okay. And prepare for very cold winters.
Cold winters up here. You said it's very windy.
Very windy up the I-70 corridor, yes.
Yeah.
East and west winds.
Yeah. Does the traffic bother you? You just kind of get used to it.
I'd stay pretty much. I'm not a skier. Most of my recreational hobbies are in the summer and springtime.
Yeah.
Fishing and gold prospecting, four-wheeling, that type of stuff. In the wintertime, the traffic does get a little rough, but I like to sit back and enjoy the beautiful snow. And
yeah.
what Idaho Springs has to offer everybody.
What's your favorite things? Like if you're going downtown to go grab a beer, what are your favorite places?
Probably the root beer at Tommy Knockers is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, Tommy Knockers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some good people up there. We send a lot of our guests up there. The other thing I like is I can do multiple things in one day. I can go fishing in one day. I can also go out and go gold painting.
Do you go Fall River Road or you just go right here?
I tour all over the place. We have some really neat history in this area, and I try and go check out new pieces of the history whenever I get a chance.
What do most people do? What do you think like most people do here for work since they're not miners anymore? Most people work downtown?
Most people travel.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Yep. There's a few of us that still live around here, like the owners, they still live here in town. Part of the mining history here, I think, one of the things that interests me is south of town we have 4 cemeteries that cater to the mining industry.
Oh, really?
And those stories on how they cherished and respected the miners and their families is really neat. And just for instance, like if you worked here at the mighty ARGO, on your headstone, they may have not known your name, but your families were taken care of, your children were taken care of, you were given land, property, burial plots, educations. But on their headstones, and when you go into the mighty ARGO cemetery outside of town, there's 3 chain links interlocked just like this. That signifies that they worked for the mighty ARGO. So there's a lot of.
I'll go check that out.
Yeah, we will.
I think it's a beautiful drive. It's literally, you go up to the top of town where the gas stations are and the Tesla charging stations.
Yeah.
Take that road out about a mile and a half. You're 4 minutes from it.
Huh.
And these hillsides are just beautiful. And they're all catered to most of the mining.
Out the Idaho Springs Cemetery because they told me it was a beautiful cemetery, and it is kind of tucked up here right off of 103 in the mountains, and this is where a lot of the people that worked in the mines are buried. (1930 to 2011). That person lived pretty good. Many houses, they don't come up that often, and if they do, they're kind of right by this little canyon here. If you look at the map, there are some up like Two Brothers Road and Oh My God Road where you can find some additional housing there, but for the most part you're going to be nestled right here in the city, which is, I mean, for a mountain town, this probably has the best walkability that you're going to find out there. Like I mentioned, for the most part, you're going to be residential, mountain residential, because they're all pretty tucked up close to this downtown area. You will, and it's a miner town, so miners would, they'd live close and they'd walk to the mine in the morning, and so the lot sizes aren't that big. You're kind of tucked by everybody, but if you want to be able to have a little bit of walkability, Idaho Springs is great, and they have these beautiful Victorian houses that if you're looking for some charm, you're definitely going to find it here. All right, and right behind me is Soda Creek Road. This is right before you hit the main strip, but this will go to the Idaho Springs Hot Springs. I think it's called the Indian Springs. It's great if you're coming down the mountain, you've had a long day on the slopes, maybe you got beat up a little bit, you need to soak your wounds. That's a good one to go to. But if you're looking just for a great hot springs experience, I don't love it. It's indoors. It's to me, it kind of feels like a YMCA a little bit, in that it's like not outdoors, and it's fine to soak. It's natural hot springs, but it's not my favorite. I hate to knock it, but it's right there if you want to go see for yourself. I am at Mason to ski?
Sir, Maison de Ski.
Maison. Oh, I gotta put some fancy on it. Where you get your board, you could rent stuff here, you could get things tuned up here, And right now we're installing some bindings.
Installing some bindings on a brand new setup today. So season just started, so we are off and about getting everything set up.
Cool. What's like the most common thing right now? Just getting things tuned up or getting new boards?
Tuned up right now. Everybody's getting their fresh gear out and all that storage whack and all the rust off. All their sitting there for the last summer, so everybody's getting everything tuned up and ready to go for the season. So.
Cool. So what's your advice to people that like haven't been on boards before, like compared to somebody that's like, hey, I've ridden quite often?
Don't get discouraged.
It's gonna hurt a little bit.
You're gonna slam.
Yeah.
Everybody slams. Just go to the bar, get some liquid courage, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but no, don't give up. Everybody, you know, even the pros, they all started in the same place we all started.
So that is a wrap on Idaho Springs. I hope you enjoyed it. If you come here, you'll definitely enjoy it. There's not a whole lot to the town, but it's jam-packed with awesome things to check out. So if this is not the town for you though, we have other videos, so go check those out. And if you want us to connect with you about your personal home search, finding yours somewhere in Colorado, you gotta shoot us a text, send us an email, scroll by fence, whatever works with you. We are happy to help you out. All right, peace.